Well, welcome. Good morning, everybody. Good morning again. How are you all doing? Good. It's so wonderful. I just have to say, we're speaking of abundance today, and I just love that we have more and more new folks who are coming out and saying hello to us and joining us. And the folks that have been around for 20 years, you're still here. Thank you. So, thank you, everyone. I just want to clap for ourselves today. Can we do that? Let's clap for ourselves. I want you to think of a time in your childhood when you felt the happiest. Think of a time in your childhood you felt when you were the happiest. Now I want you to think of a time in your childhood when you felt like you were rich. That one got some smiles. Oh, I got to follow up with some of you. That's interesting. But here's the real question. Did any of these memories include money? No. What did they include? We can do a response today. What did they include? Love, family, fun, relationships, hugs, experiences, right? So what makes your life rich? What gives you the feeling of abundance? What is a life well lived? It's usually not money or the material things in life. That's not what gives us an abundant life, a prosperous life. It's not the material things. I remember hearing a very wealthy man once say that having money made his life much easier. You know, he didn't have to worry about medical or house or food or any of that, but it didn't take away the challenges of life. It didn't take away not feeling free or his freedom sometimes. It didn't take away pain or hardships sometimes. And I remember, and I know I've told this story before, this is a couple decades ago, there was a Unity minister who was also a therapist, and he had an office in Beverly Hills, and he said to me, I have an office in Beverly Hills because I don't have to spend the first 4 to 6 weeks convincing people that money will make them happy, or getting them to disbelief that money is going to make them happy. They already know money is not going to make them happy and solve the problem. They have money. What makes your life rich? It's really about how you think about your life, how you think about your time, your money, the good, the bad, your thoughts and feelings that determine, or what are determining your level of how prosperous you feel. Okay, take a breath. Everyone's like, oh, again, this is just a noticing. Just to notice how interesting our thoughts are. Eric Butterworth, one of my favorite Unity authors, he says in Spiritual Economics that the Latin root for prosperity means according to hope, or to go forward hopefully. Meaning, it's not a condition, but an attitude or a way of thinking. Our third Unity principle, Unity has 5 principles that we teach. The third one says that your thoughts are powerful. Your words are powerful. From your lips to your ears, or also from your thoughts to your brain and your belief system. Whether you say it out loud or not, your body's going to hear it. So you can pay your bills and feel poor, or you can pay your bills and feel grateful that you can pay your bills or part of the bill, or that the company let you delay payment. But there can be a gratitude there or a sense of poverty. Here's our first slide from Charles Fillmore, our co-founder in Unity, from his book, Keep a True Lent. It's a lot of words. I understand that. But it's so important. Ready? Watch your thoughts when you are handling your money, because your money is attached through your mind to the source of all substance and all money. When you think of money, which is visible, as something directly attached to an invisible source that is giving or withholding according to your thought, you have the key to all riches and the reason for all lack. Yeah, in our Living Abundant class, we read that 3 times. You might want to take a picture of it. Yeah. What energy and thought are you attaching, consciously or unconsciously, to your money? In other words, you can handle your money, or today usually our credit card or debit card, you can handle that with fear and worry, anxiety when you're handing it out. And that's the energy you're going to put out. Fear, worry, anxiety, anger. That's me at tax season. I got to keep myself in, No, what am I putting out? What energy am I going to put out? You can go to a gas station and you can freak out about the prices and complain about it. Or you can say, yay, I have gas in my car to go to work or go see my friend or go do whatever I'm doing in my car. Right? We can give thanks and celebrate it and be grateful, or we can bemoan it. But that's what we're putting out, and that's what we're going to get more of. And it doesn't just have to do, again, with money. You know, in our class, we talked a lot about this idea of time and how not having enough time is something we complain about. I don't have enough time. Don't have enough time to do the not enoughness. I don't have enough energy. Not enoughness. I don't have enough friends. I have a small family. Not enoughness. So our lack thinking turns up everywhere when we start to pay attention. Again, this is not to beat ourselves up. This is an awareness piece. So we come at it with loving compassion with ourselves, and we just start to notice and pay attention. Where is my lack thinking, my not enoughness showing up in different areas of my life? Because again, it's that third unity principle that my thoughts influence my experience. So I can affirm and sit on my meditation cushion and say, I am prosperous. I'm prosperous. And then turn around and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much gas costs. I can't pay my bills. What am I going to do? I can't go on vacation. Which attitude, which energy are you putting forward? The lack thinking and not enoughness is going to be tied to an abundant or prosperity we feel, and therefore shows up in our life. So if you're abundant or lack thinking, depending on which one is the vibration energy you're settling in, that's what you're going to harmonize with. Do you see that? Do you feel that? So let's try it again. Go back to a time when you felt the happiest or the richest. Put yourself in that feeling right now where you're sitting. A time you felt the happiest or the richest. Feel it. Really let yourself feel that feeling. And now I want you to think of something that you'd like to manifest in your life. Maybe it's more income or new income or a car or time or health. And now I want you to transfer that feeling of happiness onto that vision of what you want to manifest. Can you do that with me? Ready? So you're going to sit and really marinate in that feeling of when I was happiest. And now this here in front of me that I want to manifest in my life more of, I'm going to take this feeling and transfer it onto that. So what makes your life feel rich? So when you're bringing that feeling of I feel so happy, so rich, so prosperous, so abundant, that's the feeling I want to bring to paying my bills. That's the feeling I want to bring into going through my day and thinking about my time. That's the feeling I want to bring into the grocery store with me. Yeah. You want to be in the feeling that you want to experience or manifest. Do you hear that? You want to be in the feeling that you want to experience or manifest. And so that leads us to the law of circulation. And in our daily word today, this great sentence, the richness of an abundant universe flows through me. The richness of an abundant universe flows through me. Will you say that with me? The richness of an abundant universe flows through me. Now whisper to yourself, the richness of an abundant universe flows through me. Yeah, because what we've seen and discovered in our Living Abundantly class, and what we know in New Thought, is that the universe fills empty space with something. So one way to fill your life with good is to create space for your good to reside in. So when you clean out one area, you make room for what you want. You're telling the universe, yes, I'm ready. So if you all think back to a year ago, actually, and I said, we were at our old location, and I said, I am all done with this space. We are all done with this space. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to start packing up. And everyone said, we had a place to go? No, but we're packing up because we're going to tell the universe, here we go. We're packing up. We're ready to go. We're cleaning out. And you know, from that moment, it had been puttering. From that moment when we started clearing things out and saying we're moving, we got a new real estate agent, and we got in this space all in the span of just a few months. You got to clean it out to say, I'm ready. The same is true for your emotions, thoughts, feelings. So if you think of your mind, if there's any thoughts of not enoughness or those critical thoughts, if you clear them out and make room for other thoughts such as gratitude, generosity, abundance, we can do it with our minds too. Our mind's a room. So cleaning out your mind from the critical, not enough thoughts to fill them in with those thoughts of gratitude, generosity, and abundance. The same is true for our gifts and talents. If we share our gifts, then we allow someone else to enjoy it. Or when we clean out a room in our house, we allow someone else to then enjoy it. Right? It's that law of circulation, because if you hold out a closed fist, you can even try this right now, and say you got $5 in your fist. Doesn't matter if you have $5 in your fist, your hand's closed, so you can't give it and you can't receive it. Even if someone wanted to give you $50 or $500, guess what? But you have to have the open hand in order to give and to receive. So the law of circulation says that the more we circulate our gifts, whether it's our talent or tithes or both, then we create an opening for flow. So if we think of water, a running stream is clean, right? But if the rain stops, the source stops. If something cuts off the water, it dries up. You stop the flow of good in your life with your thoughts and your feelings about not having enough time or money or friends or health, which causes you then to cut off the flow, and then you don't have the enough. So Eric Butterworth says, give way to the divine flow. Can you feel that? Give way to the divine flow. That's when we open the hand. We clean the space. We open up the mind or the physical space. And we give way to the divine flow. Here's from author Maris Nemeth on our next slide. Her book, Energy of Money, says this. The act of giving establishes balances and allows energy to flow freely, coming in and going out. When you are balanced, This is a key word too. When you are balanced, you naturally open to the miracles that surround you every moment of your life. Now, just that word, when you're in balance, is a whole nother prosperity talk. So just put a pin in that, everyone. But it is an important word. But do you hear about allowing yourself to open up, to give, and also to receive? It's a flow. Some of us have a hard time receiving. Let me buy you lunch. Oh, no. Now you've stopped your good and that person's good. It's a flow. Give way to the divine flow. We live in an abundant universe. We see this in nature, don't we? We live in an abundant universe. So when Jesus fed the 5,000, the disciples were like, what? 5,000 people, we've got 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. How are you going to do that, Jesus? And what did Jesus do? He said, bring it to me. He believed it was possible. And then what's the next thing he did, everyone? He blessed it. That reminder to bless what we have, even though it may seem like only 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread for 5,000 people. Remember that at Thanksgiving dinner this year, okay? And metaphysically, fish represent divine ideas. Divine ideas is our true prosperity. Those divine ideas we get all the time, that's divine mind. That's God, universe, divine wisdom. Plopping in those wonderful divine ideas like, go to church, you'll get a new idea. Right? So we get a thought. That's our prosperity. That's the fish in our lives. Bread, what does bread mean metaphysically? Our substance. Meaning, what am I going to sustain myself with? The old thoughts or the new? What am I going to feed my mind with? And so it's both, right? It's knowing and blessing and giving thanks for all those divine ideas, and what am I going to stand in? So we can be like the disciples and fear there's not enough, or we can be like Jesus and believe that there is enough and bless it, and there is. So Unity author Catherine Ponder, who's really the expert Unity prosperity minister, in her book Dare to Prosper, here's what she says. The rich substance of the universe instantly responds to my prosperous thinking. I am now rich in mind and manifestation. I'm going to say that again. The rich substance of the universe instantly responds to my prosperous thinking. I am now rich in mind and manifestation. Yeah, let's say it. Ready? We're going to say this like we believe it. Here we go, everyone. The rich substance of the universe instantly responds to my prosperous thinking. I am now rich in mind and manifestation. Yes. And so it is. That's true. So how do we grow an abundance mindset? Here it is. In summary, create space. The universe will fill it, whether it's a physical space or a mental space. Create the space, the universe will fill it. Be clear on what you want the universe to fill it with. You can make the void, but then it's up to you to decide what you want it to be filled with. So then you keep your thoughts on what you want, not on what you don't want. Be really, really mindful of what you're saying to yourself. Okay, this is our soul work this week. I'm just going to notice. Just going to notice what are some of the thoughts or these little things I hear myself automatically saying. And then keep your feelings and emotions marinating. You know, I love this word. Marinating in what you want to experience more of. Not what you want to experience less of. And then be grateful and bless what you have, knowing you are rich in mind and manifestation. So when you keep your thoughts and your actions in that flow of belief and gratitude, then all parts of your life flow and you experience the true abundance and prosperity that life has to offer. and so you are, and so it is. Amen, everyone. Blessed week.